and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my favorite foundations video. I have oily to combination skin, so these are what I use on a regular basis and just like switch up regularly. I don't know if these are going to be perfect for you. It depends on your skin type and what you like in a foundation, but these are what I use regularly and what I've had for a long time and rebought or just been in love with. I wanted to film this video because people ask me all the time like what my favorite foundations are or what I use really often, especially when my friends are like in the drugstore or in Sephora. They're like, what should I get? I'm here right now, help me. So I wanted to film this video to let people watch and just maybe see some foundations they might like. So if you want to know what my favorite foundations are, then let's just get right into it. Alright, so my first favorite is going to be a drugstore foundation, and this one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I love this stuff. I talk about it to my friends all the time, especially when they ask what drugstore foundation I love, and I use this all the time. I think I've bought it twice now, and it just works perfect for my skin. Like I said, I have oily combination, and it doesn't cling on to dry spots, but it doesn't make me more oily, and it still leaves my skin glowy. I love being glowy. I love highlighter. It's just my thing. Everybody has their thing, but this one's been one of my favorites. It has a medium coverage, but you can build it up, I think, to a full. I usually don't, so I'm not sure how well it works as a full covered foundation, but I love the coverage of this foundation. I think it's perfect, and with a little bit of concealer you'll cover up any blemishes or anything that you may have. I think it wears up to, no, maybe like 10 hours. I've worn it to work before and it's lasted like the whole time I was there without looking really cakey and nasty. I really love the color range they have. This is the perfect color for my skin. I don't know if you can like tell, like it just matches perfectly. The undertones are perfect for me. I have like a yellowy undertone. I have like a little bit of pink on my cheeks, but not a lot. It's more yellow, and this just has a perfect color range. It's really dewy, but not too dewy. It works good with my combination skin, and it just lasts and looks beautiful. Whenever I wear it, I get lots of compliments, and I love this one. Alright, so my next favorite is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I didn't think I was going to love this one, but I do. Every time I wear it, somebody's like, oh my god, what foundation are you wearing? And I'm like, Too Faced Born This Way. I really love this one because it doesn't leave my skin really matte, but it leaves like a satiny finish on my skin. I'm not really sure what the finish is supposed to be, but it really does just blend in with my skin, and I'm actually wearing it today. If you like the face today, this is what I'm wearing. It isn't cheap, but I just feel like it's a really great quality, and I love Too Faced. I really like their brand. I use a lot of their products, and this foundation is like a satin finish. It doesn't accentuate any of my oily bits, and it doesn't make any of my dry patches that I get whenever I get a blemish look really bad, and I really like this color. It is really great for my pale skin. It isn't full coverage if you really want that. It is kind of a light to medium coverage if you ask me. I don't know, maybe my like opinions on full coverage are different than yours, but I think it's a light to medium, and it is buildable, and I really like this using my beauty sponge. It looks really great on my skin, and I always get lots of compliments when I wear it. It does last, I feel like, probably 12 hours at the most. It will break up just a little bit when I've been wearing it for a long time, and sometimes when I use certain products with it, it doesn't go on as well. But I really like this one, and it works great for my oily to combination skin. The price isn't my favorite, but I think it's well worth the money. So my next favorite is a more matte foundation. This is the Lancome, and I can't say the name. It's like, how do you think you would say this? Oh my god, there's a little bug. Tarte Adult Ultra 24-hour makeup. This one has sunscreen and is oil free, and it just looks really good on my skin, especially when I want like a really matte look that day. Then this one is perfect. It stays on for a really long time, and it just goes over everything really smoothly and doesn't accentuate anything. And I use this one really often, especially when like I'm going to work or something and I know I want my foundation to last for a really long time, or I'm going to like a party or something. Just when I know I want my foundation to stay on and just look really matte for a really long time, this one works great, especially when I'm feeling a little more oily that day, and I put this over it. It doesn't let my oil break through really quickly, and it works really good. It has a pump, and it's just a really nice foundation. It is kind of expensive, but I think I've probably bought it twice. I'm not really sure, and I grabbed for it a lot. So my next favorite is a drugstore foundation, and I wanted to add a couple of these in here just so everybody could have options, and I feel like a lot of people love this foundation, but this is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation. This is a like crowd favorite. I'm in the color 115 Ivory, of course. I feel like everyone I grab is ivory or like light natural or something. I'm really pale if you couldn't tell already, but I use the matte and poreless because it still leaves a dewy kind of like satiny finish without making me look really dry or too oily in my T-zone. It doesn't last as long as the other ones that I've shown, but it does last for a long time, and my skin always looks really great when I use it. It's really cheap, and it just is it's a pretty large bottle for a drugstore foundation. I don't really like the fact that it's not like a pump, it's just like a pour, so I feel like I waste a lot of it, but it is pretty cheap, so I feel like that's okay. The color range is huge. They have a lot of colors in this one, and they have options for like dry skin. I know this one's for the Matte and Poreless, it's for the oily skin, but they have a range for just dry skin, and I know that everybody loves that one too. So I really like this one because it gives a lot of options, and it's available for people with all different skin types, so I really like that. It is cheap, it is great, it lasts for I feel like a good amount of time. I don't think I would wear on a day where I know I'm not going to be able to like touch up or like get back to like fix my makeup or anything for a really long time, but I really like this one, and it's a drugstore foundation, so I feel like people that don't wear makeup won't be like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm spending $45 on a foundation that I'll only wear like once a month. So I feel like it's something that everybody could have in their like makeup bag and just grab to whenever they're putting on makeup or want to just spruce up a little bit that day. But this one's really awesome. I really like it, and I actually do use this one really regularly. So my last foundation is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and I wanted to put this one in here because I've been using it for such a long time. I used it in high school and maybe even 8th grade maybe. I'm not really sure when I started wearing makeup. I think I was like 13. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but this one's really great for anybody that has oily skin and wants like full coverage foundation that's gonna last for a long time. This one is oil free, and it is really great, and it doesn't break out my skin at all. I don't want to say acne prone skin, but right now I do have a lot of texture and breakouts. That's my fault because I wasn't sticking to my routine and I tried a new moisturizer. But this one's really, really good for acne prone or like oily skin and somebody that wants it to last all day long. This will do it. It is a like squeeze top, which I really like rather than just like a pour. I either want it to be like a squeezable foundation or a pump, and this one is super, super matte. It's really like, it's not like, I don't know, it's really creamy. Like, it's really thick and really creamy. It blends really well with a brush or a sponge. It's perfect. I think they have a good shade range for yellower skin tones. I don't know about pink. I've only ever gotten like my shade, and I'm a yellow person, so this one's perfect for like the yellow skin tone with oily. You want it to last long, and it is really buildable, so I could put on like a light layer with like a stippling brush or something and just like run it over my skin, and it would still look really great and show some of my like freckles and stuff. Or if you want to build it up, that works too. It's really, really buildable and will get extremely full coverage really fast if you work with it. This one is in light sand, and it's perfect for my skin tone, and it lasts a long time and is really oil free. So whenever I'm feeling really oil slick, I will put on this one and know that it's gonna stay all day long. Alright, so that is the end of my favorite foundations. That is all I have right now. I just want to do 5 so this video could be like short and sweet and like to the point. I'm sure I will find other foundations that I'm like in love with, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a like, give me subscribe, subtweet me, retweet me, all that kind of good stuff. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I like to do Facebook Live videos of me like getting ready and just like your normal day like makeup-ish. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. video where I teach about how to dance.